Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I got another video for you guys, and I'm going to be doing another Blazers video. I'm just going to go over the games we played real quickly. I don't want to go too in depth with that stuff, because I got some other news to be talking about in this video. Let's go ahead and just dive into the games that we played since the last video. So the Blazers played the Pelicans, and we took the loss in that game by 6 points. Kind of expected. Pelicans are a great team. We can just go on from that. Then we played the Timberwolves in Minnesota, and we took the loss in that game as well by a little bit of a bigger margin, 120 to 103. They're a great team as well. They got a very young core with Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Karl-Anthony Towns. You got to expect a loss in that game because the Blazers are still developing, and I don't know if we can be taking on these great teams. And thankfully, we ended this little losing streak of ours, and we beat the Suns the next game in the Moda Center in Portland by a score of 118 to 111. In this game, Devin Booker actually scored 43 on us. He put up 43. That's insane. Last year, I remember he scored in the 70s against the Celtics. I remember that. That was insane too. So big ups to Devin Booker, but he is playing on a garbage team, so that's going to hurt him in the long run because he won't be getting recognized as much because he's not getting the wins. And if you're not winning, you're not doing good, obviously. Let's move on to the next game we played, which is against the Indiana Pacers in Portland again. We beat them by a score of 100 to 86. Great to see that. And I remember in this game, Jusuf was actually talking trash to Oladipo. I'm going to try and get a clip up here for you guys. It was pretty funny. I was watching that game, and he was just talking trash, talking smack, you know? So I like that. We're getting that fire in. We're getting a little confident. And if we're trash talking, that means we got to be doing good. So Blazers are doing good work, obviously. Proud to see that from them. And let's move on to the next game from that, where we played the Mavericks at home again. And we beat them 117 to 108, extending our winning streak to 3 games. Good to see that. The Mavericks are pretty bad, just like the Suns. Mavericks are just not that good anymore. Dirk is getting old, and they need better players on their team. I know Wesley Matthews is pretty good, but I don't know who else they can have on that team. They do have Dennis Smith Jr. and Yogi Ferrell, but they still got to develop a little more. Dennis Smith Jr. is being outstanding for a rookie, though, so big ups to him. But Yogi Ferrell, he was really good last year. He scored like 31 against us on a 10-day contract. I think the Mavericks just need to situate whatever's going on in there, and they just need to figure out how to start winning. But we did beat them there in that game. Good to see that from the Blazers. And let me go ahead and go to the last game in this video, which will be against the Denver Nuggets. We actually lost to them 104 to 101. Really close game. I was watching this one as well. We were up 5 points with, I think, 4 minutes left, and we just blew it. I mean, it's kind of hard to maintain that lead because it's not even that far. It's only 5 points, but still, it's kind of disappointing to see the Blazers losing these leads in the 4th quarter. And I guess the Nuggets were playing great, and that just allowed them to beat us. I do not think they'd beat us, honestly, because they're pretty inconsistent. Some games are pretty bad against us. Some games, I guess, they bring the fire. And yesterday, they did bring the fire, and they beat us. So props to them for doing that. But still, I want to see the Blazers getting wins against teams like the Nuggets, because if we want to prove our worth, we got to be beating these good teams. We can't just be beating the worst teams in the NBA, you know? But moving past the games that we played, I'm going to talk about some of the other things going on in the NBA. So we had the NBA All-Star Reserves released today, and I'm pretty satisfied with the lineups that I'm seeing right here, because Damian Lillard made it to the All-Star game. Finally, after being snubbed 2 years in a row, he's made it back, so he's a 3-time All-Star now. We also got great players on the West like Jimmy Butler, Karl-Anthony Towns, Klay Thompson. They're just all great players. They all earned their spots. And I think it was all fair. People are saying Paul George and Chris Paul are being snubbed in this, but I think they should not be in it anyways, because I looked at the averages this season. They're not doing that great compared to the players that are already in the All-Star game. I know they are great players, but they're just not as good as these people in the reserves that I'm looking at here. So it is unfortunate that they didn't make it, but I guess they got to perform a little better if they want to next time. I'm also liking what's going on with the East lineup as well, because Victor Oladipo, Kristaps Porzingis, and Bradley Beal are all making it to their first All-Star game. And that's just great to see, because it gets kind of boring seeing the same people over and over again at the All-Star game. But we're getting this young talent get into the All-Star game for the first time. That's just great to see. I like that a lot. And of course, we got the great players in this game again. We got Kevin Durant, LeBron James, James Harden, you know, just all the greats. And yeah, I think it'll be a very interesting All-Star game. I hope that Damian could dominate after being snubbed so many times, and I think it'll be very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and talk about some small NBA drama real quickly here, because Kawhi Leonard of the San Antonio Spurs wants out of San Antonio, believe it or not. Great player, obviously. He's won the championship, I think, once. And, I mean, he has defense, he has offense. He's the dream player. You really like someone like Kawhi on your team. And his relationship with the team apparently has not been too good ever since he's been injured. And he's kind of felt disconnected from the team. And he's looking for a trade now. And if the Blazers were able to pick him up, we would be insanely good, I feel like. It would be very risky if we trade for Kawhi, but even if we don't trade for him, it'll still be interesting to see where he goes if he does leave San Antonio, because he is a great player, and whatever team he does go to will just become automatic contenders easily. And the Blazers are also in the market looking for DeAndre Jordan as well. I heard they're trying to trade for him. He's all right. He'd be a nice piece for us, but he is a center, and so is Jusuf, so I don't know how that would work. We might have to trade Jusuf away, and I don't know if we want to do that because Jusuf is much younger than DeAndre, and I think he could be better because DeAndre kind of fell off. I haven't heard much about him recently. But still, despite all that drama, I can't wait to see what happens with the Blazers and with the rest of the NBA. I hope that Damian does well in the All-Star game, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'll try and get another one of these videos out next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. First, don't fuck